How's it going, everybody? This is Jose Gonzalez. Uh, Involvement with your children is the topic. General purpose is to persuade. Specific purpose is to persuade others to be more involved in their child's everyday lives. Central idea or thesis: benefits of being more involved in your child's life and how it helps with their continued communication throughout life. How it can be used to help in schools and issues. Lastly, how it can benefit their lives in sports. Attention step. Attention getter. Have you ever considered what it would look like in the future when your kids were asked, were your parents there for you? A topic: justification. Many families have very busy schedules and little to no opportunity to be able to speak or talk to their children due to their high-paced lives. Speaker justification. As a single parent of two who works full-time and goes to school full-time, with 17 course credits, I know I feel absent in many situations. But even through all of that, I try to find a positive way to be a strong role model and a good influence on my children. Preview of general steps. I'll be discussing some steps that can help turn the tides on this situation in your benefit. How it can have some great effects on long-term communication with your children, how it can benefit them in school, and how it can benefit their school issues, how it can benefit their lives in sports as well as playing hard. The issue: as parents, we need to find or prepare in ways to be able to be more involved in their everyday lives of our children. The solution: being more involved can be beneficial in various ways. One being involvement helps improve mental well-being. Individual action. In some cases, some simple steps can be taken to improve these areas, like simple communication, just on small situations. Let's begin. Statement of problem. The fact is, we need to find as many ways as possible to effectively benefit our children in their daily lives. It has been shown that in many ways, being more involved has the ability to give more stability to the children's social lives and comfort being able to speak in front of others. Rebecca Frazier Thrill, parent involvement is beneficial in many ways. March 15th, 2020 is when that was published. Seriousness of the issue. Research has shown the uninvolved parenting has the ability to affect in many areas, such as their mental cognition, their attachment and attachment issues, emotional skills, as well as their social skills in various different elements of life. Kendra Cherry published this one, Uninvolved Parenting Characteristics, Effects, and Causes, July 17th, 2019. In another way, in one or another way, we as children and or parents or have more than one way to see the issue in this situation to be true in our lives. Let's continue. Satisfaction step. In some cases, families hire nannies to help them raising their child in their absence. In some cases, it can be good for the solution because they allow the child the one-on-one communication that they need with another adult. For example, some nannies can use their time very diligently and be able to teach the child or your children different languages, mathematics, various different things that you may not find yourself having the time to do with them. Though it's true not many families can afford a full-time nanny. Like in Salt Lake, it's somewhere about $14.50 an hour average down there. Where if you're in New York, across the country, it's about $22.50 an hour down there. And Ava McCleary published this one in 2020, Nanny Pay Rates, April 23rd, 2020. Lastly, it's shown some cases that nannies can be a negative effect on a child's life in some situations and on their upbringing. I've also seen nannies in some cases be very unkind to children, making them build a resentment toward their family, their biological family, because of them not being there or just feeling like they're not wanted by their family. I feel the solution I find in most effective means to help your children is by finding a way you can be there for them both physically and emotionally. Love and affection. By having time to do these things anywhere possible, you'll be showing them that they're not only worth your time, but they're worth your effort. In turn, it will affect their social and mental well being, giving them an opportunity to grow and feel nurtured. A child is like a growing tree. If you don't water it or take care of it properly, it may not grow properly. They also have more comfortable talking with you as parents and giving them the mental fortitude to be able to help make better decisions and less risky behaviors. Is this the only thing that could keep them from making risky decision making or making risky decisions or risky behaviors? No, it's not, but it's a good start. These things have all areas that can improve many things, but most importantly, they can be decided upon the parent's involvement. Empirical evidence shows being a good parent, among many other things, can help your child in their behavior and being able to control their own feelings. Published in March 15th, 2020 by a Rebecca Fraser Thrill. Doing so has also been able to reduce the risk of substance abuse in your children, giving them the ammo that's needed for them to be able to communicate cognitively with you when they're faced with issues like that. Their self-esteem is also greatly affected, and it can help regulate their emotions, meaning they will feel less negative more often. Let's consider this on the other side of the situation. The truth is that some families have been able to raise their children and be around their parents with little to no involvement. Attacking the reasoning. It has also been shown that some parents have found evidence that may suggest that involvement will quote-unquote leave emotional baggage on your children that's hard for them to get through their daily lives when they have baggage of their own. Jim Taylor published this one, Parenting Should Parents Raise Their Own Children, April 16, 2012. Your baggage can in turn make it hard for your kids to carry out their daily lives. They might take it on themselves. We've all seen and heard about the tiger moms and the toddlers and tiaras and how highly involved they are in their children's lives and how it can push their children to be very negatively affected. Though kids do have involved parents, they aren't exactly getting the best upbringing. The overall truth is that in some cases, that can be in every way the negative effect, though it may not be seen or the intent to begin with. It can develop forms of resentment or embarrassment or emotionally scar them for the rest of their lives. Now that we discuss these issues, let's visualize a few things. Negative visualization. Imagine that you were absolutely involved with your child's life, but it only made things worse. Think about how it may look for you to come and offer help, and they choose either just to walk away, not accept your help, or they just don't want to talk to you. They choose alone over the constant pressure of being in your spotlight. To be honest, I hope this doesn't become the case for anybody here, but we can all accept that it could be for any one of us. Imagine that your child is given the opportunity to be given a speech. This is a positive realization. They convey to the crowd that their parents were always there and able to give them everything they needed, that they felt they needed to be able to succeed in today's life. They choose to describe how you helped them through their hardest times, and they praise you as a parent for working so hard to give them that. Now that we have had some direct visualization of various outcomes, perhaps it is time to bring up some insight into various parenting outcomes and styles. Action. Today I discussed how the effects of both involved and absent parenting for your children. First, how it looks to be continued communication through life. Second, how it can be used in their school and help their issues there. Lastly, how it can benefit their lives in sports. Today I would like you to find ways in which to be as involved as possible without crossing any lines. If you notice your friends or family being absent with their kids or family, call them out on it. Let them know that that's probably not the best way to handle things. I would like you to consider involvement and how it can be properly done to benefit the ways and make people happy in their lives and their futures. I have a bunch more here, but it's the end of it. I'm right at my works cited, if you can see. So I guess we'll turn in the rest of it, and thank you for your time.